Okay, so let's look at, there it goes. Um, you measure 36 turtles' weights and find they have a mean weight of 46 ounces. Assume the population standard deviation is 11 ounces. Based on this, we want to construct a 95% confidence interval for the true population mean turtle weight. Okay, so let's first notice that this is not doing the final operation, and that might be what you've done wrong here, is that you went ahead to the final operation and it's still got that plus and minus that's in the step before. But let's go ahead and do it just in case that wasn't what caused you the difficulty. And I will, let's write down this stuff first before I go to another screen to work it out. And actually, I've got this nice draw feature on my screencasting right now. I might be able to do it here. Let's see if we can. Okay, so we have, there are 36 turtle weights. That means it's a large sample, but go ahead and put that N is 36. And I apologize, I write really slow with my mouse. And the mean is 46. So X bar is 46. Oh yes, I see already that that is what you have done. Um, so notice the plus and minuses here, and we'll talk about this here in a second. Let's go ahead and, okay, so the standard deviation, the population standard deviation is 11 ounces. So sigma, the population standard deviation is 11, and we want to construct a 95% confidence interval. Okay, so first, for every confidence interval, we're going to subtract this as a decimal from 1 and then divide by 2, and then we'll look it up. So we're going to do 1 minus 0.95, that's 0.05. And we'll divide 0.05 by 2, which is going to give us 0.025. Now, 95% confidence interval is one that we can kind of memorize, but I'm going to go ahead and do it in Excel, just so that if you run into anything else, you know how to get as many decimals as you need from Excel. So I'm going to go up and use Excel, and we'll put in 0.025. So let me get out of the drawing, which is going to make this stuff go away. So I'm going to go ahead and write all this down since it will go away for good, unfortunately. I don't think they've perfected that in this program. Okay, um, so we're going to put 0.025 into Excel. So let me exit the drawing feature on this thing. And I'm going to go back here for a second to my Outlook and hit the waffle and Excel. And we'll hit a blank workbook. And it doesn't really matter where in Excel I enter things. I can enter things over here for this matter, that matter. So I'm going to do equal norm dot inv, and I'm going to put 0.025. Oh, I'm sorry. Norm dot s dot inv and 0.025, and it gives me, we're used to seeing on the chart 1.96 for 95% interval, but let's notice that Excel gives us more decimal places and makes it more accurate. So I'm going to write that down as my Z value, 1.95996. All right, and then let's go back to the problem itself. I am going to turn my little draw stuff back on. All right, so we said our mean was 46. Plus and minus. All right, and then our Z is 1.95. 996. And I'm not sure if it will continue to draw across this. I think it will. We'll see. Yeah, it does. And then the standard deviation is 11 over the square root of our sample size was 36. All right, so I'm going to put all of this stuff that's after my plus minus into my calculator. It should be what they put here, but let's go ahead and do it to be sure, just in case your answer is coming out slightly off. We can talk about that. And, well, sorry, every time I turn off that draw feature, it just makes everything go away, and I have to turn it off just to take the time to put things in my calculator. So now we're going to have 46 plus and minus. And what I get from my calculator is 3.59326. Okay, now normally, if we were going to go all the way to the final confidence interval, we would subtract 46 minus 3.59326, and we'd get the left-hand number. And then we would add 3.59326, and we'd get the right-hand number, 46 plus that. But they have stopped right here. And it looks like you, in fact, did that here. You just went to the final step and they stopped at the plus and minus. So really we want a 46 in this blank and a 3.59 since it says 2 decimal places right here. So you did the right thing, you just went too far with the answer. Um, so just recognize if the plus and minus is still there, you're going to put the mean and you're going to put this error over here on this side. Right there, our margin of error over there on the right. So that's the only thing you've done wrong there. So if it has just one blank, then you'll put left parenthesis the 42.41 that you got, comma 49.59 that you got, and then the right parentheses. But if it still has the plus minus, this, and of course we're going to round that to right there, and that right there will go right there. And hopefully that will help you there.